Now, remember what I said, there's only two kinds of stories, comedies or tragedies. This is either going to be a comedy because I made a silly little error, or it's going to be a tragedy and there's something very wrong with the engine. Hello everybody, good day to you guys. I'm driving home, the sun is long, it's the end of my day, and I'm tore up. This is a bad experience for me today. I went to go ahead and do the first start on the Silverado build, and it did not go as planned at all. We're about to witness the tragedy that might turn into a comedy, but so far it feels pretty tragic as far as I'm concerned. I'm very discouraged and very upset. Anyway, let's go ahead and get this party started. I'm gonna do the first start on this brand new rebuilt engine on this Duramax. It's a performance build. The thing was very expensive, and I'm running into some major problems here that's gonna really set me back. So I kind of need a hug. Since I know you guys can't give me a hug, if you wouldn't mind, just hit that like button down below. We'll substitute like buttons for hugs today. I need some hugs. Let me get 10,000 hugs today. Can I have 10,000 hugs, people? Because I'm in a real bad mood. Let's get to it. Opening the hood. Here's our brake rotor. There was our brake rotor. It is time. Today, we're gonna perform the first start. That's right. Today's the day. We're gonna fire it up. Got the batteries connected. They're coming up on a charge. Everybody's mostly connected. A couple little loose ends here and there to button up, some clamps and whatnot. There's no coolant in it yet. Just got oil. It's been primed. The electronicals are connected. Battery number 2. Fuel pump relay is kind of hanging out. It's jerry rigged right now. We've got everything connected to a point where we can fire it up. It's got power steering fluid in it. Transmission's connected. Plumbing's ready to rock and roll. Let's hit the key. You guys ready? I'm ready. Powering sequence on. Let the pump run for a while. Let's prime the fuel system. Let's fire it up. Ready? I'm ready. Nervous? I'm nervous. Here we go. It's on. Fluids, nothing. Oil pressure, lots of it. 80 PSI. Got to check engine light, yep. How we doing? Yeah. All right, let's shut her down. Woo! Okay, let's check some fluids real quick. I'll pull engine oil. Make sure we still got a good pan full here. Nice and shiny and red, look at that. Okay, one more check. What we're gonna do is, if we're looking good, oil's good, trans fluid is good, we'll start throwing some coolant in this and let her run for a little while. Yep, that's like right on the money, perfect. Yeah, let's fire it back up. Get some coolant going here. Power steering noise, I hear that. Okay, need some more fluid in there. I don't want it to aerate. A little nervous, not much for commentary today. Alternators are charging, that's good. Throw a bunch of water in it. Yeah, the radiator on this has a drain valve, a Betcock valve. So I'm gonna fill this whole system with just water for right now. I've got a few gallons of coolant concentrate over here. That's gonna be my final coolant. It's a concentrate, so it will get mixed with water. I'll use distilled later on, but as for now, I'm just gonna fill it up with some tap water just so it doesn't overheat. No reason to dump in $100 worth of coolant and then find out something's leaking. We don't wanna do that. Hey, it's pressurized pouring things. Check that out. Think it's full. Yep, definitely full. Glug, glug, spilling things. All right, we got a decent amount of coolant in there. That should be fine for now. Naders are still nating. Let's go ahead and shut down the charger. We'll get this thing disconnected from the vehicle. Power off, please. It doesn't want to power off, but okay, whatever. Disconnect these guys. Let's let it come up to temp, see what happens. I'm gonna give it some final checks. I need to put the cab mount bolts in, so I think I can put the cab mount bolts in while we let this thing kind of warm up some. You misfiring? Nah, she's fine. She's not misfiring. We'll check power balance later, but I think she's good. It sounds really good. The engine's nice and quiet, sounds super clean. The turbo sounded real nice. I don't know if you guys can pick it up on the camera, but I hear the woo! I hear a whoosh going. Yeah. There's the whoosh. That's pretty. We'll give it some revs later on. We're gonna let her wake up. I'm sure she's grumpy. All right, in the cab, we got a low coolant warning. Got oil pressure, we have voltage, we got fuel. Okay, but we're a little low on engine coolant, naturally. I'll throw some more water in there in a minute. It has a sensor. It's got a sensor down there somewhere. Yeah, there it is. Little wire right there. It's got a level sensor inside of this bad boy. While we're here, let's go ahead and charge up the AC. I've had this thing vacuuming down for about 3 hours. The system's been open for 90 days. I know everybody's gonna say I gotta replace that receiver dryer, but I'm not going to. I just vacuumed the daylights out of it, and now we're gonna charge it back up. If memory serves, I'm looking for 1.4 pounds refrigerant, so I'll give it 1.6, just to see what happens. We'll let her charge on up. Begin charging now, please. Please? It's thinking about it. I got one left over. Yeah, there she goes. Now we're going. Pressure's coming up. Okay, we'll let that thing go and go about its business. Let's throw the bottom sections of the motor mounts in. The pucks are two-piece. One piece for on top of the frame, one piece for on the bottom. Here, down underneath. Start threading these guys in. I'll give them a quick blurp with an impact just to run them down. That one on. All this stuff is going to need final checks and final torque later. That one in there, good. Excellent. this side. These are the last two. Let's get that one up there. All right. Uno más. Uh-oh. We got a leaker. That's not good. What is that? We got a leaker. That's not good. Oh, what is this? The heck? Uh-oh. I'm not sure why we're doing this. I think I found it. Maybe. Look for that hole right there. You'll see the oil start to come out of that little hole. What I'm gonna do, I'm put the borescope on it and you guys can see in the camera. But it's draining out of the back cover on the engine. Look at that right there. See that little hole? That's the engine block. That's the back cover. And she's a gushing oil out. I'll show you on the old D-Max. Let me shut this thing down. Oh, no, this is not okay. So that hole's on the driver's side. There's a plate back here. We're looking at this plate here. There's a big cover plate on the back of this engine. And that hole we were looking at is this one here, just above the starter. Now, inside of this unit here, I don't think there's any pressurized oil. So I wonder if my turbo drain, that drain back right there, is what's leaking. I'm gonna go on the top side with the camera and look behind the turbo and see if I can't see oil on the top of that guy. Maybe I left one of the bolts loose or something. I don't know. Now, remember what I said, there's only two kinds of stories, comedies or tragedies. This is either gonna be a comedy because I made a silly little error, or it's gonna be a tragedy and there's something very wrong with the engine. If there's a leak between that cover, if there's a leak between this cover right here and that engine block, I gotta pull the motor back out again. If it's not up top where I can get to it, this is gonna turn into a tragedy real quick. So let's see if I can't see any oil up here. So right here, top of the transmission, that's right in the middle. See that vent right there? That means right here in front of it should be the line for the turbo drain. Let's see if we can't get down there to it. Okay. Hey, look, I see some oil. Oh, please be that drain leaking, please. Because if it's anything else, I'm screwed. Yeah, see that oil right there? I'm wondering if this little guy, that little nut right there, is what I need to, maybe I need to tighten it. Yeah, let's stick you guys back there and see if we can't see. That's down there a piece, isn't it? Okay. I'm gonna try to perform a miracle here. 13 millimeter wobble socket is what I need. Yeah, check it out, look. I managed to get a socket on it. There's my extension. Let's try to put some torque action on that unit and see if that's our problem. I really hope that's the problem, because if that's not the problem, I'm gonna have a real bad conversation with the engine builder. But you know, my issue here is I'm really certain that I made those tight, because we talked about this when I was putting that turbo back in. We had a conversation about this exact scenario, and that thing's tight. Oh no. Yeah, that one's tight, man. Let's try to get it over to that other side. Maybe I missed this other one. I'm not feeling too good about this anymore. I'm gonna start this engine and see if I can't see oil while I'm up here. We'll see if we can't see the leak. Hopefully that camera will stay. I feel nauseous. Sounds good. I think I found it. It might not be that bad. So check this out. Turbo sits right here. That is the turbo oil feed line right there. Feed line comes up, goes around the turbo, and then feeds oil to the turbo, right? Well, I thought it was the fitting at the turbo, because it's not the drain lines in the back. Let me show you what I found. See this right here? That's the heat shield on this turbocharger, right? Watch this. I found oil on the heat shield. Pull this guy up. It's oil soaked. There's our leaker. Can't get it. Yeah, she's leaking right in there. Yeah, take a look. Turbo drain lines leaking everywhere. I gotta pull the turbo back out. I gotta pull the turbo out and put a drain line in it. That drain line's leaking. Bad. Comedies and tragedies. Comedies and tragedies. Not okay. Oh, that's, what a disappointment. Yeah, it's dumping oil, engine oil out everywhere off the top of that. Oh, I don't know if I can get in there to get this drain line out, or this oil feed line out of there. Yeah, it runs all the way down. And the problem is the turbo drain line, the one that's leaking is the feed line. The drain line is in the way of the bolt, so I can't even sneak it out. I'm gonna have to take the turbo off. All right, my work is never done. Unbelievable. I'm really sad. The bright side is I don't have to pull the motor back out, so that's okay, I guess, but we're not as done as I thought I was gonna get done. This is horribly unfortunate. See how much coolant it slurped up. Yeah, a little bit. Okay, well, I don't really care about that because I can't do anything with the truck. I gotta order parts and go back in, tear her down again, so I gotta repair my brand new truck. Anyway guys, I'm a little PO'd. I'm hanging up, all done with the day, no more video. I'm very, very not a happy camper. It's 5 o'clock, going home. See you guys later in a video, comment below. See you, goodbye, thumbs up, end of day.